What's going on? It's a Tuesday. I know usually we do these on Wednesday. However, I have to post another video tomorrow. I have lots of sponsor requirements that require me to send in for approvals. If I didn't, I could just post whenever I wanted to. Anyway, how y'all doing? Good? We good? Joshua Hader likes my new microphone. Same mic. I just got one of these one of those things because people said they could hear it when I slam my fist against the desk. So I figured I'd get one of these. One of these. What up, Eddie? What up, MW? Howdy, Scott. Good day to you, Jeffrey. Good afternoon. I haven't seen you on the Zooms, man. Have you forsaken us Zoom-wise? What up, Lee? A hi-fi hello from Copenhagen. Very nice. Ari Jones says, great, finally around when you're on. Good to see you. Mr. Johns. All right, Southwest Missouri. Where's everybody else from? Ooh, Possum Kingdom Lake. That's just down the road. Heidi, hi. Good afternoon, Ryan. Hello from America. What did you buy? I didn't buy anything, John. Not a thing. Although they had some Japanese pressings, some Metallica pressings of Japanese. I almost bought some. I didn't, though. I'd probably have broken them on the plane ride back. It looked like a lot of external bling, but maybe not so much money spent on the parts that make sense. I'm sure they're great drivers and great crossover components, but man, I mean, some of that stuff, so expensive. Grand Rapids, very good. Sober Elvis. Vet Tech Audio from Maryland. Cool. Were you there? Hi from Winnipeg, Daryl. Red Dive checking in from South Texas. Greetings from Cyprus. Fun Clamp Productions Limited. I love it. Good morning from Japan. Cool, Brian. I want to go to Japan. Louis Sipes, my brother. Hi, by the way. Christian. Afternoon, Randy, and the rest of the crazy cheap audio lovers. Good vibes. Iowa, Ann Arbor, Michigan. Thomas, if you're into vintage audio at all, you should go visit Skylabs outside of Des Moines. Ann Arbor, Savage, Minnesota. What up, Ed? Ed and I got to hang out quite a bit at Capital Audiofest. It was great. Good afternoon from Atlanta. M. Dames. Knoxville, Tennessee. Thomas. Water. Orlando. The Netherlands. Tom Morrison. Hey there. Derby, UK. Lee Gill. Tucson checking in. The Shure on the new microphone is upside down, but your words seem to be coming right side up. That's right. To hang it on this fancy stand, I had turned the microphone upside down. I guess I could take these out and then rotate it and then put it in. I don't know. I haven't done it, though. Spartanburg, South Carolina. Hull, Yorkshire, UK, near the Humber Bridge. Very cool. I want to go to the UK, too. Yo, Savage. Tampa. Who was that? That's Brad. Brad from Tampa. Hello from falling off into the ocean, Florida. MW. Good early afternoon from British Columbia, Canada. KC, but I'm in Tokyo today. Wow. Folks from Japan. What's different about Japanese pressings? I don't know. Supposedly, they're better. I think it has to do with, I don't know. I heard someone trying to explain it. I didn't really catch it all, but I guess Japanese pressings are better. Christian says, thanks. New Hampshire? I said that like a New Hampshire? Like I'm confused. Hello from lovely greets from Germany. Dirk. Brooklyn, New York. Cornwall in the UK. UK is always well represented on these things. Hello from East Moline, Illinois. Another Ann Arbor. San Diego in the house. It's pronounced San Diego. Funny thing, I actually watched Anchorman 2 last night. Hello from France. Leon, France. Bruno, thank you. Maine. Loki. What boom arm is that, Randy? This is the cheapest one I could find that had decent reviews. Not reviews, ratings. I think it was like $30. And I'm not in love with it. So I have no idea what boom arm this is. I went to Amazon. I went to something that had more than a few hundred reviews and then found something cheap. I'm the cheap boom arm man too. Hello from Greece. Demetrius Kontos. Talk about a Greek name. I love it. Were you able to use Sith Audio Manufacturer's discount to buy those Genesis towers? No. That promotion code had expired. Bluegrass State. Hello from Austin. Fatback. Christian. Where were Sith Audio? They weren't there. It's too expensive. All right. Jose here again, dying from those Odyssey speakers. Hey, Randy, I've heard that Zeos Pantera smells like tacos. Is that true? No, you smell quite nice. I mean, not offensive at all. I mean, depending upon what you think, tacos could be delicious or they could be disgusting. No, Zeos smelled nice. I didn't register whether or not he smelled good. Today in Little Rock, I appreciate the CAP Audiofest coverage confirmed some suspicions. I'm willing to believe that millions audio rigs could sound great in 2 million treated listening rooms. Yeah. I don't know. I talked to Ron, and he was like, yeah, those speakers are too small of a room and they're not treated. So room treatment, stuff like that. But I just like, it wasn't that things didn't sound good for the price. It was that some things just didn't sound good at all. And it wasn't just me. I had a bunch of patrons out there, and like my opinion was their opinion too. Actually, some of them, so I was working a lot, so I didn't have time to go see a bunch of rooms, but some of them were like, man, I went into this room and it was like brutal. It was so forward and top end centric. And so I went in and they were absolutely right. Flowvilla, Georgia. Philly, Oklahoma is still here. New York is in the house. All right. Wish I could have went. It's a horrible drive from Bear, the PA Maryland line down to the DC area. Traffic is a nightmare. Yeah, I don't blame you. Toledo. That was another thing. Last night when I was watching Anchorman 2, he's going to beat up his boss, and he says, all right, here comes the Toledo Express. Hello from Saudi Arabia. Very cool. Spring, Texas. I know where that's at. Virginia. Missed you at CAF. I missed you too, Peter. Mini Snowta. Ed G's over in Minnesota too. Tulsa checking in. You are huged from the whole world. Hugged? Huged? Well, thank you, Dirk. I'll be huged or hugged. Long Island, New York. Pulaski 10. Always repping from Frederick, Maryland. Joseph Kelly. Vet Tech. Wish I could have went. It's just, okay, we already read that. Don't forget the Netherlands. I won't forget the Netherlands. I'd love to go to the Netherlands. Southwest Wisconsin, as always. Cheap Audio Man. Worldwide phenomenon. Randy Bahina. All right. Enough of the shout outs. Hello, Sam from Austin. Any questions, comments? Japanese pressing tend to be more neutral, is what people say. Oh, very cool. Okay. All right. ML Jenkins. It's a horrible venue, but what is top end centric? I'm sort of confused. They had 13K reference 10 Dyne audio to the 140K Von Shrikes, so I'm a little lost. I don't follow that. I'm sorry. I don't know what I don't know what that means. It's a horrible venue. Well, I mean, not some of them had these giant rooms, so I'm sure that was fine. But what is top end centric? I'm sort of confused. They had 13K reference 10 Dyne audio to the 440K Von Schweigerts. I'm a little lost. I'm a little lost too, ML Jenkins. I'm sorry. I don't quite understand. David, I am very well. Thank you. All right, Monty. Went into the VPI room, and the Tenoi speakers they had at 20K did not sound as good as my Tenoi at less than half. Room? Maybe. Choice of music? Sucked. Yeah. You know, some people let me kind of play some stuff. And it was cool, but most of the top end, high end, like expensive stuff just seemed, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if you've ever heard like beryllium tweeters. It just seemed really harsh on top. Symbols were just like fuzzy and hissy, and it just did not sound natural at all. And that was like more the rule than the exception. Chris Veltman, I'm just going to say Iceland because there's zero chance I can pronounce the first part. Can't wait to hear more about the Gishelli. Any early indication on that new unit? No, I think they're still working things out. So I think they're getting some feedback from the show, and then I, listened to it pretty heavily. So yeah, I think they're kind of taking what they learned through the prototype, and they're gonna, make it better, and then put it into a more reproducible package. Yeah. Honestly, if you have $100,000 to spend, there are 10,000 to spend on cheap. What would you do? Spend there, or 10,000 to spend on cheap. What would you do? Oh man, for 10 grand, I could get like a end game system. All right, we're gonna put this up. We'll come back to Mr. Baca. Chew. It'd be cool if your first name was Chew. For 10 grand. I mean, you get like a whole home theater with a legit home theater processor, separates. I don't know. Emotiva towers. And you could get, what else do I love? You get the new Andrew Jones speaker, which is pretty awesome. You get like Emotiva towers. You could get Wharfdale Linton. You get an Emotiva processor. You could get, what amplifiers would I get? Let's see. I don't know if I want to go all Emotiva on it. You get the DAC, Gishelli Labs DAC. Yeah, 10 grand can get you so much. All right, Mr. Baca. Hi, big fan of your channel. Best pairing to ELAC Unify 2.0, the Yamaha AS301 or the Denon PMA 600, or a cheaper system with a Fozzy TB10D and Schgitt Modi. 100% the Denon PMA 600, because those ELACs can lean a bit lean. The AS301, I think they're about the same power rating. If you could step it up to the PMA 800, I'd probably point into that direction, because the Denon, that PMA 600, has a really full, lush sound, and I think it'd pair really well with the Unify 2.0s. But those can benefit from some power, a little bit extra power. So I think the 800, I think, is 80 watts. 600, I think, is 60 watts. So yeah, that's what I would do, man. So I'd lean you towards the Denon, but see if you can get the higher power one. Just Shelly. Oh, and thank you, Mr. Baca, for the $5 Canadian. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Old dudes lost their high frequency hearing. Maybe that's why it's so pronounced. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe could be. Jeff Glickman, get that it's getting modified, but what do you think based on what you heard? Let us have it. I thought it was great. I thought it was really fun. I think it's going to be an incredible amp. But you got to understand, though, it wasn't on my speakers in my room. So I would need one in here to really be able to kind of delve into it and hear the subtle nuances and then compare it to another amplifier that I know well. In a vacuum, yeah, it's great. So I know that I talked to Gino, though, and they're still like refining it. So it was kind of a push to get a prototype out for this show. But yeah, they're going to refine it and make it better, probably lower the noise and more dynamic range, all that stuff. Play around with the power supply. So yeah. But it's great. But like anything that was there can sound great. I would need one like here to be able to say, hey, this is what this amp does really, really well. I would need it here. You know what I mean? So yeah. Shelly VU meters. Yay. I agree. Greetings from Mexico. Any recommendations for a passive speaker amp with a headphone output that I can use with the Topping DX3 Pro Plus? Get one of these. Kind of expensive. This is the Burson Audio Funk headphone amp and a speaker amp. It's pretty good. Hopefully that review is going to go up tomorrow. It's done. I just have to get approval from a sponsor. So yeah, that's an option. It's $540 though, and then you can roll the op amps and stuff. As far as like a dedicated headphone speaker amp, I'm sure there's some Chinese stuff, maybe some stuff from like AIMA, but I thought the DX3 Pro Plus had a headphone amp in it. I was almost positive of that. I don't know. For a speaker amp with a headphone, yeah. I thought the DX3 Pro Plus had a headphone amp in it, if I remember correctly. For the record, I are an old dude. Yeah. You know what's weird, though, is like, I know I've got not hearing damage, but hearing loss in the upper frequencies. And still, when the stuff's like super pronounced. And the thing about it is like a fatiguing speaker or a really forward speaker isn't boosted in the upper frequencies. It's really boosted around like 1 to 2K. That's pushed way forward. That's what I don't understand, because most people can still hear 1 to 2K just fine. It's like 10K and above that people start to lose. So like 12K, 13, 14, that's when hearing really starts to go off the cliff for older people or people that worked in, industrial environments or things like that. So that's what I don't get about these high-end speakers, because they're forward, but they're forward at like 1 and 2K and not where you'd think they should be. So that's what perplexes me. Beryllium drivers can be harsh and tiring. Focal, you either love them or not. Placement. I agree with Monty on that one. Hey, ABX audiophile. Hola, brola. Glad you're back and laughed for days on your comments about the Genesis. Thank you, my friend. Listen, I didn't think they were good. I just didn't. I don't know what to tell you. But the thing I can tell you is, like, I've been to Axpona and I've been to this show and I've heard these really expensive speakers, and most of them sound very similar. And that's why I just don't get like the high-end audio at all. I don't get that sound signature. It doesn't sound natural to me. I guess maybe like if that's what high-end audio sounds like, I pass. I don't want it. Doesn't sound good. Scott Watson, $5. Thank you very much. Any thoughts and experiences with hi-fi Rose equipment? Seem to be all the rage. I saw a demo with new Andrew Jones MoFi speakers on YouTube. I think they sounded really cool. Like, again, though, I didn't really dig deep into them. I've never had one here to compare it to anything, but it sounded cool. Looked pretty cool too, but they're pretty expensive. I want to say that was like 10K or maybe even more if you like put them together as far as like combined cost. So yeah. Cheap, Randy, cheap audio in the blood, LOL. Yeah, I am cheap. But the thing about it is I don't know. I mean, I thought like the quest for hi-fi was a quest for like accuracy and reproduction. And none of those really, the speakers that I listened to and talked about, none of them felt like they were accurate at all. At all. If your review is fair and balanced, you shouldn't feel the need to apologize for your opinion. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate that. I try to be fair and balanced. AJ's new speakers worth almost 4K. The thing about these shows is like you get jaded because you walk out of a room where they have $20,000 speakers, and then you walk into the MoFi room where they have $3,800 speakers, and you think to yourself, oh, this is a really good deal because you're kind of comparing it. So I'd need to have him here again, maybe compare him to the Linton, because that's the only other speaker that I have that probably would play with the Source Point 10s. But are they worth $3,800? I guess to some people they would. I will tell you this, they really put out a ton of bass. That's another thing. Like Andrew Jones got his speakers to sound good in their room. You know, other people should be able to get their speakers. So, yeah. Chris, will there be cheaper Andrew Jones speakers? When I talked to him, he said he was working on, already working on other speakers within that same line. So if I was a betting man, I would say, yeah, there's probably some more affordable speakers coming in within that line. Let's go there. Nathan, new Mission 700 review coming. I haven't talked to them, and I don't have them in-house, so not anytime soon. Ari Johns, I'm disabled, got a little bit of money, got a set of SSCS5s attached to the Sony. They sound good, but unless you know the music, a person cannot tell a chunk of the music is a missing. Yeah, I agree. It's even like if you can A/B it with somebody or something else, then you can kind of tell what's missing and what's not missing. Can he save MoFi damaged rep? I don't know, man. I'm not going to talk about like that whole recording thing. Like MoFi has a bunch of different divisions, and well, MoFi, like, so the MoFi Electronics, although they're under the same ownership, like they don't have the same management. So whoever's doing the MoFi like recording arm, it's completely separate from the MoFi Electronics. I mean, they share the same name, of course, but I don't know. I mean, that room was packed the entire time I was there. I mean, packed to the point where I couldn't even get back in there. But I did my interview with Andrew, I think on Thursday before the show even started. So didn't seem to be pushing people away from going to check out their speakers. So if popularity is any indication, I would say that their damaged reputation has been restored because more people wanted to check out that room than pretty much any other room. ABX audio file. The Black Ice gear is tugging on my heartstrings real bad. I was really impressed with that stuff. I've got the FX10 that I need to start listening to. So, yeah, I liked it. They had this preamp that was really cool. F360, I think, something like that. So, yeah, I like their stuff a lot. I thought that MoFis were very harsh on the top end. Wow. That's interesting because I was the exact opposite. Now, I will say this. I didn't hear any of my music. So they said I could play what I wanted, but I never made it back in because there's always people in there. So I never listened to anything that I'm familiar with on them. but I would have said the exact opposite. Like, I thought they were, if anything, warm rather than harsh, but they could be harsh. Like I said, I never listened to my music on my equipment on them. Hold on, I gotta get a drink. I thought they were really, if anything, almost a little bit rolled off. But that was just my experience. So, did you have headphones? Did they have headphones at the show? They did. They had a little area where they had some headphones set up. I didn't stop by and listen to anything. I listened to a couple of headphones in the Gishelli room, but I didn't spend a lot of time listening to headphones. No, I didn't. Hey, wow. Hold on. We got a bunch of super chats. Robert McCain. How was the Black Ice stuff? I liked it. I liked it a lot. I'm really optimistic about the FX10, and I'm not like a big tube amp guy, so I'm optimistic. New record day. We are amongst YouTube audio royalty. Can toilet bowl wax rings be used for lubricating CDs for better sound? Not only can they be used, they should be used. Ron, I out of all the people, I figured you'd know that by now. I figured you'd maybe have like a video or two out about it, like comparing that to candle wax, to shoe polish. You can use. I've used shoe polish before. All right, ABX man, you got. I appreciate your support, man, but I know you're giving super thanks on other videos. You're very, very generous and to support the channel as much as you do. Still consider the Freya Plus viable today in the tube preamp world in the 1K range. I know you had it for some time. Thinking of it with my XPA2 Gen 3. I love Schkit as a company. I didn't love the Freya Plus. I had the Freya, so I had the Freya Plus. Actually, I still do have. I have Ron's Freya Plus still in the house. It's boxed up though. It needs to go back to Ron. And then I had the Freya. I bought the Freya, and then I ended up selling the Freya. I like the Freya better than the Freya Plus. So I don't know. I'm the wrong guy to talk to about tubes. I don't think my music choices are complemented by tubes, or the speakers that I have are complemented by tubes. So I wasn't like it. I didn't go over the moon for the Freya Plus. I thought it was great, built well, but yeah. Peter, don't let Ron in your bathroom. Ron has been in my bathroom before. He didn't cause any damage. Ryan was all right. I'm trying to move out of listening to my headphones all of the time. Very good. Wristwatch check. It was a Tag Aqua Racer. I got it used. It's a big watch. I thought the bracelet that came with it was way too chunky for me. Kind of scratched my arm, so got it on this nylon NATO strap. I like it. I got it used like at a significant discount over retail. All right, Patrick, I have the Black Ice Glass FX Tube DAC _DSD Wi-Fi and love it. It's going to be the DAC that stays forever. Even the headphone amp on it is super awesome, especially for IAMs. They had something there that was some type of headphone amp DAC, and it looked pretty cool. A little pricey for me, but yeah. Eddie, NATO band looks good. Thank you. B2 Plus full review. Matt, I never got around to doing that, but what I am doing is I'm going to do a speaker shootout for this Saturday, which is going to include the B2 Plus. So I guess there'll kind of be a full B2 Plus review in that video. So it's going to be the B2 Plus versus the Acoustic Energy AE100 Mark II versus the SVS Prime. And I think I got another one around here that I was going to throw in there into the battle royale. Did I try the GSX mini amp? I did not. I did not. I didn't see that. Is that a Black Ice product? Ryan, I figured you'd be rocking the Casio. I have a Casio that I took up there. Wait, are you guys serious about using toilet wax rings on CDs? Is that really a thing? No. It could be. I've just never tried it, but no, I wouldn't recommend it. Is the new Andrew Jones speaker your favorite of all the AJs you've heard? No, probably not. And again, I couldn't do the comparisons because it was just that speaker in that room on their equipment with their music. I would have to have it like in my house, but I think the debut reference is probably my favorite speaker from ELAC or from Andrew Jones. My dad has Black Ice tube power amp and tube phonoprene. All sounds amazing. Very nice. CDs sound better if you run for 1 minute in your microwave. Oh, Tony, I didn't know that. Tony Mileto chiming in. Very good. I've heard the used wax rings work best. Can't wait. Speak a shootout. Do you still recommend Fluence HFS or XL8S for budget speaker choices? I don't know. I mean, they're very neutral speakers, but they're a little dull compared to the Sonys or the BS41 from ELAC. I'm trying to think. Oh, also the JBL Stage A130s. I think I would choose any of those three over the Fluence. And someone asked me why I don't recommend the Fluence bookshelves anymore. And it's not because I think they're bad. I've just heard so many more speakers since then that I personally would prefer. If you're looking for like a super flat, neutral response, I still think they're a good speaker. But they wouldn't be my choice. Are you ever going to review any monoprice gear? I've reviewed the Monolith turntable and then a few Monolith headphones, and as well as the Encore. I think it was. They had some new speakers out, and it was all from the Monolith monoprice range. Wasn't a big fan of the speakers. I thought they were overly bassy, with little mid-range detail, and then the top end was rolled off. Some of the headphones are good. I like the M570s. The turntable was okay at the price. But other than that, I don't have any other monoprice stuff. Deep clean your CD lasers, guys. I wish Skit would make a CD transport. That'd be cool. Q150 good at $300. Yes. I did a whole video on like that speaker at that price. I don't think it's a good deal at whatever their fictitious retail price is, $600 or whatever. But at $300, yeah, that's a good speaker. I really like that speaker. Frankly, I'm thinking about buying another pair. But I don't need another pair. I just like that speaker so much. I kind of want to have a pair at all times. Here's another vote. Mark Grantham, KEF 150 are great. SF Lumina 2 with AIMA A07. I don't know the Lumina 2. I don't know what that is. Vet Tech Audio have the Q950. Dominique I found the Q150 a bit harsh on my desktop. That's very interesting because out of all the KEFs I've heard, I thought the Q150 was the least harsh. But yeah. If you don't like it, you don't like it. So yeah. Vet Tech loves the sound of the KEF. MZM, Andy. I have two choices: Polka ES series versus Wharfdale 12 series. I don't know what is best for small home theater room, movies plus TV series, and the music is least important. Okay. I would actually go with the Wharfdale Diamonds. I think they're more defined through the mid-range than the Polk ES or Signature Elite. I go with the diamonds. You give me the diamond. What did you think of the Duke Audio U5? I don't know what that is. I have a bunch of Duke Audio stuff. I'm getting more Duke Audio stuff sent in. I don't know the U5 though. Is like that the version of the T9, the Duke Audio version of the T9? I don't know. Sonus Faber Lumina is a $1,200 pair of bookshelf. I've never heard them, unfortunately. I've never heard them. I've never heard them. In Zeos' room. All right. At Capital Audiofest. All right. I'm trying to find like where the question was. I was in Zeos' room one night. There's other people there too. Just wasn't me and Zeos. That'd be weird. Please check his video. All right. Little BB balance amp. All right. Getting discombobulated. All right, here we go. Duke U5, little baby balanced amp that Zeos just reviewed. I do think I listened to that. And I was really impressed at how it sounded. Because it was tiny, right? And it's super cheap too, I think. Yeah, I was impressed. Duke Audio U5 mini fully balanced headphone amplifier for XLR 4.4 millimeter headsets, says Amazon. Yeah, I think I listened to that one. Sounded good. Sounded good. Legion 1, listen to both. Okay. I really enjoyed the Linkwitz room at CAF. Very holographic and balanced sound. You know, it was interesting. There was a guy that had a submarine hat on. And it was the 626. Anyway, that guy was working in the Linkwitz room. And the 626 is now permanently moored at the South Carolina nuclear training facility. So he was on that boat when it was operational, and I qualified on that boat in Charleston. So we were both on the same submarine, you know, vastly different, you know, decades apart. But it was interesting that I ran into him. It was pretty cool. CSS Crichton 1TDX has gotten rid of my upgrade-itis for bookshelf speakers. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Oh, folk out. Cora. 806. Very promising. Excuse me. I was a nuke. Yes. A machinist mate. ELT, though. So, yes, I was a nuke. I'm still rocking my IMA T8 through my Yamaha HS8 system. Love it, mate. Thank you, man. Very cool. Very, very cool. Loki qualified on that one, too. Very cool. 635 and the 626. I was in the Marine Corps. We deployed on the USS Nashville. Happy belated Veterans Day, Randy. Well, thank you. Happy Veterans Day to all of you. I wanted to do a video, kind of like a shout out or a short or something like that. I never did it because it was Friday and I was running around being busy. But yeah, I was it's a cool day. Veterans Day is one of my favorite days. Hey, Admiral Norman, staff pickup. Oh my goodness, you was smart. I was not a staff pickup. I was lucky to get out of there. Staff pickup means if you're really good in nuke school, they would pick you up after prototype to be on staff, which meant you didn't need to go out to sea for a while. So, staff pickup in Sarasota Springs, 2001 and 2003. Very cool. We were in at the same time. I wasn't a nuke anymore. No, in 2000. Well, technically speaking, I wasn't nuke because I got commissioned in 2002 or 3. I can't remember. But yeah, I wasn't doing nuke stuff anymore in 2001. All right. Thanks for the great content. Truly enjoy. Fan from up north, Montreal, Canada. I have an older setup, Yamaha RN500 with monitor audio Silver 6. Any thoughts on these components? Corey, I don't have experience with either, but if you like it, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. What price point do high dollar HDMI cables not matter? Seeing some for $50 and others for $800, in your opinion? This is a great question, Josh, because I actually have a little bit of experience with this. So I was in the Audio Quest room in Cedia, and they ran me through a bunch of HDMI cables. So they ran me through a stock cable, and then they ran me into like their entry level cable and then up the chain. The biggest difference that I heard was between the stock cable you get for, I don't know, $5 and then their, I think, $45 HDMI cable. And while I did hear some differences, it wasn't like they were subtle compared to even like the $45 to the $500 or $300 cable. So I actually went out and bought the AudioQuest $45 HDMI cable just because I wanted the insurance, and it's, built well. So I would say it can matter, but it doesn't matter as much above $45 as it does from $5 to $45, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Staff pickups was dumb at that time. We were fueling for war, trying to figure out how to go from 2 classes at a time to 8 classes. Oh, my goodness. 24/7. Sound-powered phones are true in-game. I was on the sound-powered phones on topside when we pulled the USS Nevada into dry dock for like 8 hours, and it was cold and it was misty crap rain, and I was just standing there on the sound-powered phones. I don't even know what I was doing. I mean, I don't even know what purpose I had up there. So yeah. Just saw the Weem Pro is slated for November release. Review incoming. I don't know. I'll have to check. They were going to send me one. I don't know if I have one here and if it's in the stack or not. So yeah, a review is definitely coming. I don't know if I have one here or not. Adam Canterbury. Hiya from Katy, Texas. Just wanted to know that your favorite piece of audio gear you have is your okay. Just wanted to know what your favorite piece of audio gear you have is your absolute favorite. Much love, many blessings, and more success. P.S. Your channel is my favorite. Thank you very much, Adam. Very, very sweet of you to say. Thank you for the $9.99. Ooh, my favorite piece of audio equipment. This is a strange thing to say. It's probably a tie. Well, I'm going to put 2. So together, they are my favorite audio component. And ironically, they're both very, very, very affordable. The Weem Mini Streamer, and it could be the Weem Pro if it's good. But right now, my favorite audio component is the Weem Mini Streamer connected to the Jashelli Labs J2 AKM. All in, that is a, I don't know, $320, $330 all in. But it is wonderfully sounding. It's got a great interface. I use it all the time, and I would be lost without that combo. And the DAC is dead awesome. I mean, just incredibly awesome. So that's it. Yeah. I don't have any experience with Rogue Audio, Patrick. I love it. Their name came up twice. Oh, God. Hey, Randy, I got a message from you saying I want a prize. I'm pretty sure it was a scam. It is indeed a scam. And since we're all here, we have 346 people on here. Please, please, please. If you are a fan or you watch a lot of my videos and you ever get a comment that says you've won something, it's not me. And please, please, please report that comment as being spam. And usually you'll know it because they say, hey, humble subscriber, you have won a great prize. Telegram me. So anything like that, please report that. That is completely 100% a scam. And the more people that report those comments as a scam, the more YouTube will be able to filter them out. And I just don't have the time to be able to like dig in and constantly weed these things out. I've got a few moderators that can delete comments that from like some of my patrons, But even then, like, they can't get to them all. And then they'll go back. These bots are going back on previous videos. Like, so a video that's maybe a week old or 4 or 5 days old, and then I'll start peppering those comments. So please, if you guys, gals, people could, like, there should be a little 3 dots and you can click on it and say, this is spam. That would be very helpful. So unfortunately, you did not win anything, Deuce. Sorry. It's a systemic YouTube issue. It certainly is. But for a while, there was I had like a 3-week respite from that one. From those. It seemed like whatever YouTube did, they were doing something and it helped out. And I didn't get any comments like that for 3 weeks. And now they're back again. Benjamin Swanson. Hey, Cam. About speakers you don't recommend. I thought I'd report back. I got the Triangle Bro 3. Run with the Marantz 1978 Marantz. I like them with the receiver, not worried about them with small kids. Cool. I didn't like hate the Triangle Bro 3s at all. I just didn't think they were as good as the ELACs, Debut Reference, or the Klipsch RP600M. The funny thing is, though, that the Triangles continue to go on sale. And so now it's a better deal than when it was when they first came out, or, 6 months after they first came out. It's not a bad speaker. I just don't think it has the mid-range clarity or the top-end clarity that the Debut Reference has or the Klipsch has. So, yeah. And, as they continue to drop in price, it's an easier and easier recommendation because they're pretty good. I mean, 6.5-inch woofer, not bad. Ooh, got a similar message from another channel I watched. Do people really fall for this stuff? Yes. If people didn't fall for it, it wouldn't continue to happen. But yeah, they do. They do. Unfortunately, it's terrible too. I wish, and it's the people that are like not internet savvy that they're going to get scammed. So maybe older folks or whatever. So it's a shame, man. The guys at the Gishelli room were great. Very nice. I thought they're great too. Super sticker, Matt H, $2.99. Thank you very much, Matt. Thank you very much. Any chance you have a discount code for the CSS? No. They're probably going to run some type of sale or something. Here's a little tip, though. What I did, go put them in your shopping cart, or sign in for like an account. Sign up for an account so you have an email. Put them in your shopping cart and leave them there. So, like, they used to do a deal where you automatically they would send out like a 5% discount, just automatically if you left them in your cart for a while. Didn't go with ELAC due to wanting low volume in an apartment and like the sound signature versus Klipsch. We'll upgrade later when kids aren't a problem. Thanks for responding and love your channel. You bet, Benjamin. That's another good point that you bring up. Like, some speakers sound better at lower volumes because they may have a slight, emphasis on the bass and the treble than at higher volumes. And the Debut Reference definitely came alive when you got some juice going through them. Yeah. Serious question. What kind of cassette deck do you rock? Tape head here. I don't really listen to one. The one I have over there is a... It's a Nakamichi. Yeah. Nakamichi. It's not the real good one, the Dragon or whatever, but it's a Nakamichi. I haven't used it for a long time, though. Hold on, my wife's texted me. Okay. All right. Sorry. I had to read a text from my wife. If you keep items in watching on eBay, you'll send discounts all day. Yeah. Didn't know that. Did I get to hear Gishelli's new speaker amp? I did. What did you think? I thought it was great. I'm looking forward to it. But again, like I need stuff here in my room, with my speakers, with my electronics, to really like be able to give something a decent, thorough review. Emma Kenwood, KX3510 tape deck, all metal, easy to service. Very cool. Do you know that Marantz, I think it's Marantz, sells a tape deck to this day, and it's like a pro audio type of a deal. It's $150. So yeah, you can get a brand new tape deck. $10 super sticker from Peter. Thank you so much, man. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Hello there. If you had to choose only one set of $300 speakers to listen to for the next several years, what would you choose? Maybe the Yamaha C93 twos, although I think they might be a titch north. Oh no, I take that back. Emotiva B1 Plus. Easy answer. Easy. I don't even have to think about it. Ed Zach. Hey man. Joe M, $5. World's best cables look cool. So I am now cool. My goal is to send $5 every time I buy gear based on your solid reviews. Joe, that's very nice of you. But the value proposition of that decreases the more things you buy. But I really appreciate your support, my friend. Very nice of you. Yeah, I love World's Best Cables. I use them all the time. My plan was to kind of like replace all of my RCAs with World's Best Cables. That Marantz tape deck must be awful for that price. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, like cassettes are pretty bad format, right? Noisy, not a ton of dynamic range. Jabid, Randy. Hello, Randy from the UK. Great channel. Hey, man, or woman. Hey, man, I appreciate it very much. Edric, using the Carver TD 1400 tape deck with an external DBX NR unit. Love listening to mixtapes I made in the 80s and 90s. Man, that's awesome. That is awesome. All right. R3DFIV3 super sticker, $1.99. Thank you. Thank you. So in one of your CAF videos, the man who organized the event walked right behind you. Did you get a chance to talk to him? This year's event was not as good as years past. I talked to him very briefly at the beginning, but he seemed really busy. I tried to make some small talk, but sorry, dog's going crazy. Some small talk with him initially. Sorry, might have to end this quickly. That dog goes bananas. My apologies. Anyway, we didn't talk very much. I thought it was a good event though. He was very busy. Palms, yeah, it's one of Hank's free range Pomeranians. Tapes were king when I was growing up. Man, me too. That's all we had. You know, DVD or not DVDs, CDs. You know, became mainstream late 80s, mid to late 80s. So yeah. Matt, hey Randy, I'm reviewing the Emotiva B2 Plus right now. I already own the B1 Plus near field in the office. I think they both have their strong points. B1 Plus is just a great value, though. Your thoughts? I think the B2 Plus has a warmer, fuller mid range than the B1 Plus. I love them. I think they're great. One of my patrons bought them on a recommendation, and he's pretty like choosy about his speakers. He's more of a vintage speaker guy, and you know he loves them too. So yeah, I mean, I think they have a warmer mid range, seems a little bit more natural, and then more bass. So yeah, near field, their B2 Plus is probably not the right choice, but I like them a lot. I like them a lot. We were poor. I never saw a CD until mid-90s. LOL. Bob Fonseca. Did you get to hear the MoFi speakers? I did, Bob. It wasn't my music, though. I've been watching AJ everywhere. I feel like he's trying to mansplain the merits of these new speakers. I bet he set out to make a 2,000 pair speaker and missed. I don't know, Bob. I don't know what he did. I mean, he kind of touched on it in my video that, you know, he had kind of a target and he missed it, but that they just kept going with it because they believed in what they're doing. So, yeah, I don't know if like that speaker would ever end up in my house because $3,800 is like expensive for me. I think I would I don't know. I think they're going to send me a pair though. So, yeah, I'll get them here. Unapologetic CD fanatic, but high-end cassette tape is awesome. You know what's crazy is I did 10 reasons to buy CDs now before it's too late. I made that video almost 90 days ago, and this last weekend it's gone absolutely bonkers with views. That video has gotten almost 30,000 views in the last couple of days, and I don't know what the heck is going on. Like, I didn't promote it. I don't know what happened. And even when I think I released that thing, I don't know if it did as well as it did in the past 2 days. So I think the great YouTube algorithm picked it up for some reason. I call it HAL, HAL. Remember, what is that? Space Odyssey or something? Whatever it was, the computer that controlled everything. That's what I call the algorithm, HAL. Anyway, HAL liked the CD video. So put it out. It put it out. Bravo. Bravo to you. Hey, Randy. Just got here. Glad I could catch the last 5 minutes. See you next time. Brian Roska. What up? Yeah, 2001. That's it. Oh, my goodness. Talk about nailing it. Gregory McHenry. The algorithm. That is perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Perfect, Gregory. The algorithm. You know where Hal came from? I didn't know this. My ear really itches. So if you look at IBM and then you go back one letter, that's how Hal came from. So HI and then AB and then LM. So IBM, shift it one letter back, Hal. Yeah, there you go. That's a great take on CDs, Randy. Thank you, Sonny. Thank you. I need to get some. Still liking the Metallica turntable? Yeah, I haven't listened to it very much, though. I've gotten buried in stuff. Buried. One of the music vendors at CAF said they were surprised at the demand for CDs. Cool. Yeah, CDs keep selling. I think last year was the first year that vinyl actually beat CDs. CDs have always, now between 2000 and 2021, CD sales or shipments of CDs, and that's how I base, the statement on sales. Shipments of CDs have decreased over 96%. However, from 2020 to 2021, there was actually increase in CD shipments. And then I don't know what it'll be in 2022. IBM, I've been misled. Best cassette deck I ever was a Toa. Huge. You can play 7 cassettes and it will flip the side by itself. Yeah, it's pretty like and then put it back. CDs sell more units than vinyl every year. Yeah, I was told that last year vinyl sold more than CDs. But it was like just recent, but I could be wrong. You're probably right. I don't think it really matters. Skynet. Yeah. Hal is part of Skynet. How much time do you get to listen to music for pleasure and not for your job? Ooh, not much lately. But I mean, don't like think that that's me complaining, because it's not. I mean, even when I'm listening for work or whatever, it's still awesome, right? I mean, incredible. But as far as like my system, like just chilling, I listen to music in the car a lot, but my car system's not very good. But I get to listen all the time. But like just chilling, not much lately. The most I've listened to music just for fun was since I got the Metallica turntable. I listen to a lot of vinyl since I got it. A lot of older releases of lesser known artists are not on streaming, so Discogs. Big Boss, $2 is getting hard out here for a pimp. I don't know what that means. Eesh. It's true. The 2001 vinyl outsold CD for the first time since CD was invented. In 2001, vinyl outsold CD for the first time CD was invented. 2001 or 2021? I thought it was 2021. Have I found that CD prices are going up? Yes. Yeah, a little bit. Still a bargain when you compare to what CDs sold for in 1988. Marginally more expensive than 88. And when you consider inflation, it's still a bargain. Bob Fonseca, $9.99. Media Room. Very nice. Go subscribe to Bob's channel if you haven't. All right, let me see. I'll plop Bob's channel into here, and you guys can subscribe. Bob Fonseca, Media Room. All right, hold on. Click that. Copy. All right. If you're not subscribed to Bob, subscribe to him. He's a great guy and great content. So here, I'll start that. Bloop. Scott, your day already got to quit that. I got to get a video out for tomorrow, sponsored video. So I got a lot of sponsored vids for the rest of November, and I always procrastinate till the end of the month. So I got it sent over to them today. So hopefully I get approval for it today, because they always want the videos like 1, 2, 3 days, 4 days sometimes in advance. And I don't work like that. Usually I work on, maybe I'm a day ahead. So I was able to get a day ahead. So I sent it in. So that's what I'm doing. The live stream today. A Big Boss, $5. It means it's getting harder to get quality gear for a decent price. I got you. Maybe. I don't know. Like, I feel like things have gotten really affordable. Like, I think back in the day, people used to be able to just kind of like, I don't know, con you almost into spending more money. But now, like with YouTube and the internet, it's easier to get stuff, and it's easier to find out like if something's good or not. But then conversely, sometimes you have like everybody saying it's great, and then somehow that's like, that seems a little fishy. So yeah, I guess it's better and it's worse all at the same time. Ramon Delgado, $5 super sticker. Thank you, my friend. That's awesome. All right, it's 3:03. I've got to bounce. Time to pick up the children, and then I got to go take the dog to get its shots. Anyway, I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for everybody watching, and thank you so much if you gave a super chat or super thanks. Y'all have a great week. I'm going to try to put out a lot of videos this week. So I got a ton of equipment, ton of reviews, lots of smiles, a lot of activity. It's going to be great. November is going to be great. So have a great rest of the week, and listen to some nice music. Maybe watch some TV. Be kind to yourself. Hug yourselves. Be kind to other people. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.